Said he went to the beach. Said he went to Tampa. After he's repeatedly telling her it's none of your business, what do it matter? It has nothing. He told her it has nothing to do with you. At that point, he can exit for me. I'm done. Welcome back, YouTube fam. We are here another week, and we are going to get started with the Real Housewives of Atlanta. This is our first time doing a review, but we've been watching this show, so yeah, we got a history with it. We've been watching it, but we're
been making me watch this show since 2011.
Right, I've been making it. Right, psych. Anyway, so yeah, we're gonna get into the review. Once again, I'm Blythe.
And I'm Fran. And if you haven't done so already, make sure you smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get post notifications so you know whenever we drop new content. Give us a like. That'll let YouTube know you're enjoying the content. They'll push it out to more people. More people watch our videos. More people hop in the comments. All right, we have great discussions around these shows. It gets heated in the comments sometimes. All right, so hop in the comments and let us know what you think about the first couple episodes that we're going to talk about here today. Yeah. We're going to go ahead and get into it.
Let's go. All right, so this is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, my favorite of the Housewives franchise. This is season 13, and we're just gonna go ahead. We're gonna do episode 1 and episode 2. We're gonna kind of combine them and talk about, everything that went down in the episodes. So in episode 1, we're just kind of, getting back greedy with everyone, getting familiar. And in this episode, we're not really introduced to the new people yet, but we kind of get some updates on, the characters who have been on the show. So one thing is we see Miss Cynthia, and she is, she kind of opens up with having, a little get together for all the girls. And so, yeah, her and Mike, they've been quarantining in LA. Now they're back in Atlanta. And she's talking about their wedding plans. Yeah, it's obvious. COVID, the pandemic has turned everybody's life upside down. I don't think that's anything. That's no secret. That's no big secret. We all seen that. So for them, her and Mike, they got engaged last year. Mm-hmm. And they're trying to plan their wedding. I don't know. It kind of sucks. She's kind of wanting the big wedding, having family and everybody around. Understandable. I don't know if they're going to get to do that, though.
Yeah. Obviously, like you said, the COVID has kind of turned everything upside down. And Mike is kind of, coming with the logical side. Look, this is what it is. Yeah. The important thing is that I'm there and you're there, you know what I mean? Or maybe our nearest and dearest, and,
right.
And that we get married. But Cynthia, she wants the big extravagant wedding. What is it, 3 or 4? 3 or 4 for her?
I know.
I'm gonna be honest. Now, there's nothing wrong with having a big wedding and having all those things.
Right.
But sometimes you put too much of a priority on the wedding and not enough priority on the marriage, because look, I'm not judging nobody,
right?
But
right.
Again, after you've been through like 2 marriages, for me, I'm you don't, what I mean? It's not really for you. I don't think you're grasping the concept of marriage. So I feel like that's kind of what she should be focusing on. Like, hey, what didn't go right in my first previous marriages? What is it about marriage that I'm not quite getting?
Yeah, the only thing, I hated how things went with her and Peter. It is what it is, that's done now. But after that, she said, I'm a chill, good, I'm not the marriage person, I thought was what she said back in the day. But now she's back with it. She got with Mike. That's great. She's in love. She's like, oh, we're going to get married again. And then it's like, okay, you want to be with somebody. And I just thought I thought she was going to be looking for something low key. I agree with you. She's back on this big wedding stuff. And then it's not even like normal regular times. We're in this COVID, the pandemic. I don't know. I'm just like, why? I don't know why Cynthia wanted to do all that. Sure, I understand the big wedding, but she has had other big weddings. So it's not like she's never had that before. we have all this mess going down with the COVID. It's just like, you're with a good man, you're happy. Just, I don't know, just have y'all's little thing with witnesses, small gathering, justice of the peace, and be happy.
Right. Like, yeah, exactly. And I know, you know, sometimes it's like that, you know, I'm a princess. This is my day for y'all. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, but you're right. She's had that.
We've
like
seen it.
Several times over. On camera. If you need to go back to season, whatever that season was, and look at it there, you can see it. Mm-hmm. Maybe it'll refresh your memory and say, you know what, I had this big extravagant experience before and it didn't end up working out. Yeah, just get married and focus on the actual marriage.
Exactly. And be happy, exactly. So, we'll see. Next, we have Porsha. Porsha, boy, she kind of stepping up in like her grandfather's shadow, right? Hosea Williams, that, you know, he was a big activist in Atlanta back in the day. Woo, for our civil rights. And she is stepping it up. She's changed and made a lot of strides. She said, I think she said, like, motherhood kind of changed her and developed her to see things a little differently here now.
That's what she says. Yeah. You know, this past summer, obviously we had, you know,
several situations.
Right, had several situations. Yeah. Mostly, you know, the killing of George Floyd. So, yeah, it was a really big deal, rightfully so. So yeah, she kind of got on that momentum and got really excited about it. Yeah.
What? Okay. So she went down. She's like you said, you're right. She's been doing all that in Atlanta. She went down to Kentucky to do the Breonna Taylor, and she went hard. She ended up getting arrested. She went hard in the paint for it. Hey, I ain't judging her. You know what I mean? That's how she felt. You know, she felt strongly about it and wanted to be involved.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for the cause and everything like that. 100%. You know, I don't know. Me personally, I don't know if I would go that as a parent. I don't know.
Okay.
If I would go that hard, just because, you know what I mean? Like, you don't know exactly what's going to happen.
That's true, because she took a major risk. Because you're right, she got arrested, which was enough for me, but it could have been worse. It could have turned worse because we saw the police were on the scene, and
you know what I mean. Like, you just never know.
That's true, because we've been seeing it all year.
We've seen it.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, you know, like, I'm gonna have to. There's ways that you can get involved and protest and make our voices heard.
Yeah.
Without, trying to get arrested. Like, and look, I'm not condemning her at all. Like, she felt like she needed to do that for the cause. Yeah. So I'm definitely not mad, and that's a great sacrifice. Right. I personally, having kids, I'm not putting myself even in that situation. I'm just not.
Yeah. Whew. Yeah, we don't know too much about where her and Dennis are here. Supposedly, I guess they're engaged. We'll see. I guess we're going to see in the coming episodes where they're at and what's going on. So I don't know how he felt or what's going on there. But I guess we'll see.
It doesn't seem like they're doing
I know,
the
we're
best.
not seeing too much. I know. Yeah. All right. So then, let's talk about Miss Kandi Burruss. You know, with her 1,000 businesses, you know. Her and Ty. Her and Ty still going strong. Her daughter's getting ready to graduate. So I guess she's, it's just a lot going on, a lot of feelings there. She still calls Riley her baby, understandable. But then, when they're having their family time, the issue comes up, remember, about Riley's father again. Because Riley's just, no offense, she's over it. She's older. He hadn't really been in her life. And she's just like, what? I mean, I kind of understand where she's coming from.
Yeah, 100%. Like, at a certain point, a child is gonna, after we've seen it in seasons past where he's kind of come into her life, and then, he goes away, and then he, kind of comes back. But he has other kids, right?
Yep.
And he spends time with them and has them on social media, like, all of that. So if you're not doing that for her, then, like, that is that's like holding up a sign, like, you know what I mean? I don't care about you as much as I do about my other kids.
Yeah.
How you think she's gonna feel?
That's right.
So yeah, with kids, I mean, if you're not there for them when they kind of young, by the time they grow up, and they the same height as you, it's too late.
Yeah, it was funny because like Kandi was kind of like, you know, give him a chance, be open. Todd was just like keeping it real because he's been through it, like firsthand. He's done it. Right. And he was just like, you know what, at the same time, he's like, I did it. I went through it. Like, he has to make the effort. He was saying he had to make the effort coming back to Kayla's life, his daughter. I was like, wow, that's true.
And that's 100% right. Because it's like, you know, and I don't think Katie was trying to put it on her per se. But
no, she wasn't. I think she just wanted her to be like positive.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like, look, she at this point she has no responsibility. It's not her responsibility at all to foster a relationship with her dad. That is his job. That's what he's supposed to do.
Woo.
So if he's not really doing it, if he's not consistent, and she's over it at this point, I don't blame her at all.
It's sad. It's sad. It sucks that it went down like that. I guess they should keep trying. He should keep trying. He should make that effort.
Yeah.
Try to,
Like there should be nothing that can stop you from spending time with your child.
Yeah.
If that even, you know what I mean? If it's a situation where it was, you know, somebody you're not with anymore.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but you don't have to
try to
cooperate with that person.
Yeah, that's
and work
true.
it out to where you can spend time with your child.
Because it's not their child's fault.
It's not.
Yeah, that's true. And you know, whatever, it's hard. Time has passed. They get older. You're gonna have to deal with it. You know, the attitude and everything else. But hey, drop that phone call. Try to meet up. Something. I don't know. FaceTime.
Yep. That's all it is.
Yeah. All right. So finally, we get an update on Kenya. Oh man, Kenya. It's been rough watching Kenya through the years. I'm not going to lie. It has just been a roller coaster. Okay, she is a mess. Kenya is a mess. I mean, she been all over the place. These men, catty with the girls, twirling. Whew. She finally finds a man, Mark Daly, and I don't know. We thinking that's going to be something. They have a baby, little cute Brooklyn, and oh boy, she opens up and it's just sad. I mean, last season was pretty sad. Let's just keep it real. It went downhill real quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. Like, as a person, I normally do not like Kenya throughout the years.
Yeah, that's what I said. Like, it's been hard.
Really,
it's been rough.
I
agree. It's been rough.
I could not be around her, yo. Like, she's like just aggravating. But yeah, last year, you know, the situation with Mark and everything. Yeah. It made me have just a tinge of sympathy for her because that was rough. That was rough. You know, even though she's very annoying sometimes, and she puts up this hard shell, but you can tell there's a lot of, you know, insecurities and you know, deep-seated stuff that she's dealing with, and she's using that to hide it. But deep down, she really does want love. She really does want a family. Yeah. To call her own. Right. So, you know, it looked like she may have kind of found that, but then it was kind of just snatched away from her. Like, he seems like a nightmare of a guy to be with, you know, and, you know, she's got baby Brooklyn, but I think she kind of wanted the whole package still. You know, she didn't want to be a baby mama. So.
Right, absolutely. I mean, we open up the scene, she's talking to her friend Brandon, and then she's trying to drive somewhere, right? And she can't even hold together because as she's talking, she's just like breaking down because it's clear that, you know, she's going to have to make a decision here. Yeah. She visits the lawyer, remember, and so they talk about her options. She's talking about, like, what is it, the custody agreement or going ahead and filing. She's trying to decide what she's going to do, or I guess in what order. Yeah. Because I guess she knows Mark. He's going to fight her either way, I guess is what she's trying to say. It was just rough. He was giving her options again. She's breaking down again.
And not to mention, like, she has put on some...
the quarantine. Yeah, I know.
Quarantine thick, as 2 Chainz said.
Yeah, you could tell she's not herself. Because she was normally bubbly, working out. You could tell it's taking a toll on her.
Yeah, it's hard to watch.
Yeah, I was glad, like, the lawyer... Gosh, he even just gave her like a pep talk, like, you know, business man to woman, like, hey girl, you know, he's just, you know, you are going through a lot, but you're going to be okay. You know, get back in there. Like, stop being so hard. I was just so happy he gave her that pep talk because she needed this.
She did. Sometimes, look, man, sometimes life gets to kicking you behind.
Right.
And you forget, you know, who you are sometimes. You forget that you are, you know what I mean? And he gave her that pep talk. Look, this ain't, I know you're going through it, but I know who you are. Like, you're a businesswoman, you powerful, like, you know, you got to get your stuff right. You got to get back right. Don't let this man take you all the way down.
There you go. Exactly. Exactly. Like, what they say, don't let nobody steal your joy. Yeah. Like, no matter what, like, you know, stay up, hold your head high. It's going to be okay. And I mean, it's sad and it's hard. It's, you know, it's sad. I understand her feeling upset and sad about it, but it is true. Like, you was successful when you came around. Like, girl, you had been built your house and had your other stuff. I mean, she had money before Mark. It wasn't like Mark didn't bring that to her.
No, of course not. He's looking for alimony.
Oh.
So, definitely not. Yeah, she's worried about protecting her assets and the stuff that she worked for. Like, and that's just...
That's true. I know, and the stuff with the baby too, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. Like, I lost a lot of respect for Mark on that. I mean, you know, like, just the way that he's treats her. Period. I lost some respect for him. But then, like, when I heard like he's seeking like alimony, that's bruh. Like, how can you like put your head on your pillow at night and go to sleep as a man? Like.
Well, they do it. He ain't the only one. They do it.
Easy to me.
Child. Yeah. So, we're gonna see how. I mean, I think it's all clear to us. It was pretty much over. Yeah. So we're gonna see how that's gonna play out. She sat and talked with the girls, and they was like, they pretty much saying, go ahead and wrap it up, because, like you said, they're saying the same. He's not treating you right. You have put in the effort. Remember, she said she went up to New York, tried to be up there so he could see the baby and stuff and how he was treating her. I mean. Just keep it moving. Just keep it moving. Yeah, just keep it moving. Now, one thing I'm going to say, Nene is no longer on the show. Now, I'm not going to lie. The first episode, I was kind of like missing a little Nene. You weren't missing a little Nene?
I don't know. I don't think I cared for Nene as much as you do. I don't know. I mean, she does bring, you know, some drama.
A little something.
She does bring a little extra spice, but I didn't miss her that much. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, you know, that was the first episode. Let's get into episode 2. So, with episode 2, they picked it up.
Yeah.
They picked it up. We finally got to meet the new people in episode 2. All right, so we meet one of the new, I guess, friends to the show, Latoya. I think apparently Kandi has known her, and the group is just now getting to know her. So first we meet her at, who was it? First we meet her at Kenya's house with Cynthia. They kind of have a little get together. And so then Cynthia, you know, says she's going to have a get together at her house. So then later on, everybody gets together at Cynthia's house.
Lake Bailey.
Woo! So, let's see. Latoya. She's a ball of fire. I don't really know what to think of her just yet. She says she's Trinidadian. Says her and her husband are separating, but still in the same house. They have 3 kids. She's a lot. She's a lot. She came in with a lot. I will say that.
Did they say what she does?
No. Yeah. So we don't know anything about that yet. Okay. She's, I guess, getting, like I say, I think she knew Kandi first. Now she's getting to know everybody else. Just so far, what are you thinking about her?
You know, I think she'll definitely fit in well with the show. She, like you said, she seems like a ball of fire. She has a quick tongue, quick-witted.
Yep.
And, that's what you'll need to survive these mean Real Housewife streets.
Yeah. Her and Kenya seem to be getting a little closer here. I guess we'll see how that goes. Marlo came to Lake Bailey too. Love Marlo, another friend of the show. That she pulled her to the side, had a little pep talk with her. Remember, she said, "Don't be telling Kenya your business."
Was that her?
That was Marlo talking to Latoya. She said, "Don't tell Kenya your business. She will."
Look, those are sage words of wisdom. Like that
from Marlo.
Like I'm telling you, I was saying the same thing before Marlo said it. I'm like, yo, don't be putting your stuff all out in the streets. Because yes, Kenya will. Whether you're friends with her now, if there's ever a time that y'all fall out, she will use everything she has.
So we'll see. She's a little Latoya. It's obvious she can be a little catty. She can be a little shady. We saw that throughout the show, and we'll see how the season will go for her. Kandi didn't come to Lake Bailey, did she?
I don't think she was there.
Well, maybe it was like her daughter's graduation day, because we did see Kandi and her mom. They both went to her daughter's graduation. It was just like so weird. Again, this pandemic. Like, I think she said only 2 people could come. Yeah. It was so weird. Like, they were so separated. I don't even think they handshaked and took the picture. Like, they had to pick it up out of a box and like get their diploma. I don't know. This is just some weird times. Lord have mercy. But anyways, so it was bittersweet. Like, of course, she's happy. She enjoyed, seeing her daughter graduate. But, not having everybody there and stuff, it's just kind of weird. Isn't it just weird?
Yeah, it is. I feel for the kids who are graduating during this time, man. It sucks for them.
I know. Proms, graduations, everything. But anyways, so I think she's going to New York University. She's excited. Riley ready to go. She grown now. So they had a graduation and family got together, and everything was good. Again, Riley's father was, I don't even know if he contacted her here. He was nowhere around. I didn't hear anything. I didn't hear here's a gift from your father, or he called. Did you?
Nope.
I don't know.
We don't know. It might have happened off camera.
True. Yeah. Anyways, so back at Lake Bailey, we finally meet the new housewife with the peach, Miss Drew Sedora. I think we all remember her off the game back in the day. She broke up. Who was it?
Melanie and Derwin.
Yeah, she broke them up. Drew Sedora. But anyways, we've seen her playing a couple of roles, different things throughout the year. She's moved from LA and now she's in Atlanta. What did you even think about them putting her on the show? Like, anything? Any thoughts?
Yeah, I did have thoughts.
Really? Okay, tell me your thoughts.
How did she get on the show? What does she have to do with... Does she have like a relationship with any of these other women? Do they run in the same circles? I had not heard of her since the game. Right. So the
right there with you. I was like, I don't know why, how, okay, and it's not even like she's been like, oh, I've been living in Atlanta. No, she's been in LA and said she just moved to Atlanta. What, maybe a year? I guess, just short of a year. Okay. Anyways, we all finally get introduced to her. Her and Cynthia, they've been hanging out and everything. They have a little dinner and then she invites her over. So she meets everybody at the Lake Bailey. Latoya came in a little catty trying to talk about her wig. It's like, oh boy, here we go.
Golly, what did she say? She got a whole...
Talking about she got a cat on her head.
Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah, she was there and I'm like, girl, okay. So anyways, then remember she went out telling me, see, that's why I don't even like you anyway. So what you did to Melanie and Dory, they were just laughing, trying to play, whatever. But and then remember, just she said that though, didn't she say people do really come up to her like really mad, wanting to fight?
I believe it.
That's fun. Yeah, that show
was the show back in the day. Everybody
event.
wanted Melanie and Derwin to make it, and they always would be together, and then they'd always break up, and then they'd always get back together, and she was the reason for a lot of that. So rightfully so, she gets.
Yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. So anyways, we just kind of, we kind of get to know her a little bit. Apparently Mike and her husband have a relationship together. So, her and the ladies talking, getting to know each other. Then Mike and her husband, they go down to the lake or whatever and they sit down and talk. Okay, her husband, I'm just gonna say this briefly because it's a lot to unpack. He briefly reveals to us, pandemic, marriage life, whatever. It's rough. 6 years, 7 years they've been married?
Yeah, I think 6.
Something like that, yeah. So, okay, he just comes in saying, it's been rough. There's times I've kind of had to go away beating myself for a few days. Mike's like, oh, you just went out, came back. Nah, I've been away for, I had to do it a few days. Mike's like, okay, well, y'all figure it out. You gotta talk to Drew, talk to your woman so y'all can be happy y'all married. He's like, yeah, it's feeling rough. I'm gonna see. We'll figure it out. Then we see Drew, they cut in on Drew, and then she's talking to the ladies, and then she's like, they were like, Kenya's having problems in her marriage, and they're like, well, Drew, maybe you could help him. Then Drew just come out, well, I don't know if I can help anybody. Me and my husband, we said we're gonna divorce each other every day, we're gonna get on. Everybody like, okay. Then she's like, my husband went at 3 days, I don't even know where he went. Everybody's like, okay. So then they cut into their life. We finally get introduced into their life. It's a mess to me. I don't know. Okay, she had an accident. She's hurt her foot. And so then her mom is currently staying with them, correct? I guess to help out during those times. Yep. Just to give a little background on it. And so then, so they're all in one home together during this COVID quarantine. Her husband, her mom, the kids just figuring it out. So anyways, we come up to now present day, and it is their anniversary, and it's 6 years, right? Their anniversary. Okay. So, present time, they come together and sit down to have their anniversary dinner together. How did that go?
Yeah, it didn't go too well. I mean, it looked like a nice concept at first. He had the flowers, he had the nice,
you thought it was gonna be a beautiful,
the personal chef and everything like that. For some reason, which I can't fathom the reason why you would ask such a question on an anniversary. He asked her to, I guess, highlight some of the strengths and the weaknesses, or the ups and the downs of their marriage so far, or the things that they can work on.
And just a week ago.
Yeah. So it's just, look, anniversaries, birthdays, times when you're celebrating the relationship. This is not the time.
Yeah, you might not
want couples therapy. This is not the time.
You might not want to.
You know what I mean? Now, those are good questions to ask when you're going to couples therapy. But when you're trying to have a good anniversary, that's not the time. Let's address the the things in this marriage that we can work on. This is not the time for that. So he asked that question, and she gives him that very look. Like, do you really want to go there right now? This is the conversation you want to have right now? And he was like, yeah. So she brings up the fact that just last week, a couple days ago, I don't know, but this is recent, okay? You left the house. You were gone for 3 days. We did not know where you were. I don't know where to start on this.
I
know. For me, it started at the lake with the conversation with Mike.
Yeah.
He kind of slid that in there because they were having a normal conversation.
Because I don't even think Mike was expecting that. He was
they're just having a normal conversation, and then he kind of just said that in passing, that was just something normal, that's what married men are allowed to do. And he almost caught me off guard for a second, The way he said it so smoothly, I was like, maybe this is something that I should be doing in my marriage. Maybe maybe he's got it figured out.
You thought for a minute.
I didn't know. Should I be going away for days at a time and not telling you where I'm at? Is that what people do? Is that the norm? But one look at Mike's face, and I realized that... Yeah,
this is not normal.
This is not the norm. Mike was looking at him like, what?
Child, tell the truth. Tell the truth.
So fast forward back to their conversation, and he is just delusional at best. He's like he had the nerve, the gall to come out of his mouth and say, how is me telling you where I was at going to help the situation?
I couldn't believe him.
What?
I couldn't believe him.
Bruh. Okay. If you and your spouse are having an argument, and you know, it's okay to walk into the next room or even take a drive. Okay. Even take a drive. Okay. Mm-hmm. Blow off some steam. You don't want to say anything you don't want to say. You know, let cooler heads prevail. Okay, and then come back and, you know, reconcile. Come back and reconcile is the key point to take away. Like, you can't just go away for 3 days and blow off steam, and then to not tell her where you're at.
That's right.
What do you mean? How will that help the situation? She needs to know where you are at. Dude. If you're gone and she doesn't know where you're at, you know y'all are gonna assume number one, cheating. Okay.
You don't know what to think though in that moment. It could be a lot.
It could be a lot.
It could be a lot.
Something could have happened to you. Exactly. You could have drove down the road and flew off into a ditch.
It happens.
You never know.
It happens. It does. I mean, I was just blown away. She said she had fixed dinner. Remember, she thought, okay, we've had disagreements. He goes to the office and cool off. She said she had fixed dinner, brought him dinner down to the office, knocked on the door. He's not there. He's gone. Then he's gone for 3 days after that. That is crazy to me. That dropped a bomb on me. I didn't know they was gonna bring that. I was blown. I was like, what?
That's crazy.
That's crazy.
You can't do that. You just can't do that. Like, that's not okay. And then like to like act like that's perfectly normal.
Yeah.
To act like he was justified in doing so. It's like, and this is while, mind you, Drew's mom is there. Like,
hello.
How bad does that make you look? How much, like, I don't care, like, do you have to go away for 3 days without telling your spouse where you're at, and your mother-in-law was there? So, you know what I mean? Like, I'm sure her mother-in-law, hey, where's your husband at? Your guess is as good as mine. I don't know. Do they have kids?
Absolutely, they have 3 kids.
They have kids.
3 kids.
How can you just disappear for 3 days and you have kids? Your kids asking, "Hey, where's Dad? I want to play WWE wrestling or something." I don't know. I wish I could tell you, Tommy. I don't know where your dad is.
It's not. It's just not good. It's just not good. I couldn't believe this dude. Okay. How about in the beginning of the conversation when she was asking him, this dude gonna talk about black men and the stress and the trauma that they have in life, and she don't understand. Sir, excuse me? Sir? What does that have to do with you going away for 3 days, sir? What are you talking about, sir?
That's a lot of nerve right there. To try just because it was the summertime and, you know, Black Lives Matter movement was hot. Don't try to use that.
Throw that on top of what
as an excuse for why you can't be a solid black man and handle your responsibilities and take care of your wife and your family and your kids. Mm-hmm. Don't use that as an excuse, because that don't have nothing to do with it. Mm-hmm. We all do. I'm a black man too. Okay? And yes, there are things that we face out here in the world.
Absolutely.
But if you don't do nothing else, you need to take care of your family.
Take care of home. That's right.
Take care of home.
Absolutely.
Okay?
So it's just horrible. They're arguing. She repeatedly asked him, oh God. He finally told her, right? Finally, after just much back and forth, said he went to the beach. Said he went to Tampa. After he's repeatedly telling her it's none of your business, what do it matter? It has nothing. He told her it has nothing to do with you. At that point, he can exit for me. I'm done. You can exit. We done.
It had nothing to do with what? That's your wife.
It has nothing to do with me? Okay. Bye. Because I got nothing to do with you. Bye.
Talking about I went to Tampa. I went to the ocean. Like, do you know? Okay. Let's just play hypothetical, right? Say you do go away and you do stay away for a couple of days. Completely wrong. All right? 100% wrong. If you have just an ounce of I give anything about my wife, mm-hmm. If you have just an ounce, at least, if nothing else, you got 3 days to get your story together. You got 3 days to figure out, okay, let me give a play-by-play.
Yeah, you're not going to be talking like he talking. Yeah.
Like, you had 3 days. You came home. Not only did you leave for 3 days, didn't tell your wife where you was going. When you got back, you still didn't tell her where you was going, where you was at, what happened, why.
Unresolved, yeah.
Like, that's zero respect.
Yeah.
None.
That is so true. And her mama there in front of your mother.
And your mother-in-law is there.
Ooh. You know, it was like, obviously they said they've had problems throughout the years, right? I think they said, had they been in counseling? I think they said they may have seen counseling. I'm not sure if they've been in counseling. But I'll be honest with you. In the end there, initially we thought the mother-in-law came down to help him with the kids. She had the surgery. Yeah, initially, at the end of that conversation, I realized why her mama was there. I realized why. Because they got problems.
Yeah.
She probably scared for her daughter. She probably scared for her grandkids. It's problems in their home. That's why her mama there.
Yeah.
She trying to get them to go to church, trying to pray for her, trying to help her.
They need to go. They need to go.
They need a lot of things.
They showed a clip earlier in the show of him yelling at her mom. Yeah. Them going back and forth.
She yelling at him, he yelling at him.
Yeah. Look, bro, like, that's two, in one show, you're shown yelling at 2 black women. So, I don't have no respect for you right off the rip, but Jesus, bro.
Then, how about she said that there was a camera there that she didn't know about, and she realized in the house. Now, I guess he works in technology. I'm not sure. That's just a great interest of hers. She's aware. She calls him Big Brother. Anyways, though, he had the nerve to set up a camera and not let her know.
Right. To have cameras in your house is cool if your spouse knows where they're at.
Exactly, yeah.
These cameras are in our house for our security. This is where
of course, yeah, all the adults would know, right? I mean, yeah.
To have cameras in the house that your spouse doesn't know about, that's some weird stuff, man. Like, she needs to get out of this.
Yeah, I know. And then she's feeling uncomfortable. She's talking about, were you watching us while you were away and stuff like, no sir.
Bruh. And he denied it, and she sounds like she got receipts that,
Oh my God, yeah. Something in his phone.
Yeah.
Yeah, oh my God. So, yeah.
So, she don't know where you're at, but you watching her the whole time. Bruh, that's some weird stuff. Like, that's some... You really need to. I don't know. I don't know. They've been married for 6 years. Maybe there have been better times. I don't know. I don't know how they made it to 6 years. But from what we've seen in this episode, it does not look good.
No, I mean, basically they did not. There was no resolve, no resolution to the conversation. She just left the table, went to her mom's room, crying and upset, which I'm sure she probably does that on a daily. Her mom's probably used to it. And he's just sitting there looking stupid, and it's just like, I don't even know where they go from there. I don't even know. I don't even know if I want. I'm just scared for her. I don't know.
Yeah, it's already getting towards that, like, they're like, life situations get to a point sometimes where it's so bad that, like, I feel like it shouldn't even be on TV, and they are already, like,
I know. I didn't know they was going to come in like that. I was like, whoa.
Right.
I thought they were going to be a sweet little couple, been married, and we were going to get to know them, and it came in like that. I was like, oh.
Yeah, that was mad uncomfortable.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, we met Drew Sedora and her husband, Ralph, and we're going to see where that's going to go. But right now, Ralph, you're not looking too good, Ralph. You're not looking too good. Oof. But anyway. So, was that it? Was that everything?
I think so.
All right. Well, that wraps up episode 2. Tell us what y'all think about the new housewife, Drew Sedora, and her husband, Ralph. What y'all think?
Definitely. All right.
And do y'all miss Nene?
Good question. Drop that in the comments. And if you haven't done so already, smash that subscribe button and hit the bell so you get post notifications so you know whenever we drop the next episode. Okay, give us a like and hop in the comments. Like she said, let us know. Do you miss Nene? Does she need to be on the episode? Do they need to reach out and bring her back and give her, pay her what she needs, pay her whatever she asks? All right. What do you think about the new housewife, Drew Sedora? Should she be on the show? What do you think about her husband situation? It's a lot. It's a lot. All right. Other than that, we are out. We'll see y'all next time.